Youth Sounds is brought to you by the Jamaica Baptist Union. It is a program of the Jamaica Baptist Union Youth Department. Oh my gosh, it's Youth Sounds! Youth Sounds!
Hey, this is Vice. I'm here representing what? Youth Sounds.
Are Youth Sounds?
What do you mean about Youth Sounds? Youth Sounds.
Don't know, it's Youth Sounds.
Youth Sounds.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Wait.
Happy New Hair?
Yeah, because your hair look different.
That's true.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The listeners can't hear that. We're 24 days into the new year. 24 days into 2018.
We still not tell them Happy New Year.
Is it still new?
Boy, with the murder rate and all these other things, this is very new to me. Listeners, today we have in studio.
When I don't know Vice, I represent Vice. I mean, I say Youth Sounds. I mean, I say make sure not clap. I mean, I say, let me introduce you. Now we have in studio. What is the name is? Can you introduce yourself?
Cocoa Bread.
Oh God.
Also known by my birth certificate as Rochelle James.
That's right.
And we have, you don't know young Moses introduce himself.
Yes. But then you just introduce me.
No,
Tell them your real name.
Isn't that my real name?
Okay. Young Moses?
Yeah.
In your birth certificate?
AKA Marcel.
Marcel Clark. How you going to remember your last name? No, sir. But get serious now.
Yeah, for real though. Yeah, you see that crime rate business what Rochelle just mentioned, boy. It's a runway, you know. But even Bolt can't catch it, you know, man.
It's on a jet. Stop run long time to fly.
Important point may have here. The state of emergency. What's your views, Rochelle? Like serious?
On the state of emergency in Montego Bay? I think it's needed. To be honest with you, I didn't see any other option for the government at this time. And as Jamaicans, we have a habit, you know. Anything government do, we have an opinion and we badmouth it and we critique it and we criticize. But the reality is, you know, the government isn't the only one that's going to be fixing this crime problem. It's going to take us as well. And it's not the best option. It's probably not the option we want. It's going to have some ripple effects that are given. But at this rate, the killings were going on in St. James, something drastic needed to be done. I mean, Mobile Airport, no, like, for real? For real? In 2018?
But you know, one of my issues, I understand, you know, the whole critique and I always have something to say, but I'm like by August, there were like 100 and something murders in St. James.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you wait till another additional 100, then you say, something should have been nipped in the bud.
You're right.
And
you see,
we
you have to
kind
do
of run away.
It's a last resort. So them never want to get to that stage, but it's like, wow.
But you see, the thing is, hold on, you see, the thing is that state of emergency, it lasts for a minimum of 14 days. So even if you had that from way up in August time, then you wouldn't have to do it now. With the hope that, you know, you'd solve whatever you have to solve by then.
All right, so you watch more news than me. So answer me this. Since the state of emergency has been put into effect, have the murders stopped?
In St. James, no.
Okay.
Can you imagine? Remember that tell you?
But wait now. Speaking of the murder stop, I have a concern. Alright, just like how what happened at Tivoli. But just I hope say that not happen again because that was terrible. Like think about it. You know say the government are pretty tough no, but when things start going and 100 people dead and them start kill up innocent people, start draw them out of their house and all of that where they go and then
I guess.
You know
I guess we haven't heard any of that. No.
And one of the things that came out of the announcement is that, you know, I think the Prime Minister, the Minister of Justice, the Security Minister, I think the Commissioner and the JDF, all of them say we preserve human rights.
Right.
So, you know, as I said, it's just a hope and we pray that it's not just more talk.
There you go.
But the concern is that, can you imagine, a state of emergency was called, Thursday?
Yeah.
Saturday, just after they left a funeral.
Oh, yes.
just after they do the funeral, you know, they're not, I don't think them leave it too good.
Mm-hmm.
Bam, bam, bam.
Mm-hmm.
People dead again.
People, one man dead, several people injured. In St. James, in not Glendevon. Like, is it that we reach a level, or the bad man them reach a level where they're not business about
It's
nobody?
Well, to be honest, only thing me use, like I mean, the government have to do what them have to do. But to comfort the listeners, and what me use to comfort myself, and as a Christian, where if you live in a St. James and you listen to youth sounds, like what I use to comfort myself is God will must be done. And them couldn't call for American soldiers and call for all the army them in our world. Then it can't stop. Like, think about it. At any time you know. So you know what I mean? God will must be done. No matter, well, them can cool it down, them can save a couple lives, but I mean, it not gonna stop. Think about it.
It's hard for me to use that perspective, and that's not for me. On a real note, that's not comforting to me.
Well.
What I will say though is, just like it's a state of emergency for the military and the police force and the government, it is a state of emergency for us as Christians. So everybody whose knees never touch ground yet need to start pray, because we need to go into war mode. And just like how the soldiers are pick up them weapon, and the bad man them probably are pick up for them weapon too, we need to pick up our weapon. On a serious note, we have every church in St. James at this point in time should be praying like nobody's business. Like, pray till they hear a voice and then say pray no more. You get me?
True.
And that it should be our response. And it kind of worries me a little bit, because if it's not somebody in your church that is affected by it, or somebody in your community, or somebody in your family, how often do you get up to start praying about these situations? Because the crime never there so all along.
No.
And I know police are gonna cure crime, you know. Remember that. I gotta go cure crime. If more of the so-called gunman them turn to God.
True.
You get where I go with this?
I had the opportunity to, one of my good friends, I call him my brother, is Bishop Rowan Carnegie. Shout out to yourself, Bishop. Yeah. He is preaching at a crusade over the weekend, and he has a church in the inner city, right in the heart of Waterhouse. And just to see how people don't really have a respect for God. When you were starting the church, the man them come and like them want to shoot up the place. But you see, the God we serve, when he said to us that, when he saw them coming through the gully, and him turn and tell everybody, he was preaching, tell everybody, turn to the gully and, plead the blood of Jesus. And I saw you see man scatter.
Yeah, man. Praise will confuse the enemy.
You see it?
Right.
And also, not long after, he testified about this. A gentleman came and, was there, came to look for a job while the church was being built. And he gave him a job, willingly gave him a job. And at the end of the week, pay now, him say, I'm going to pay the man. Man say, oh, you don't have to give me no pay. And the man say, it's like, man, no. Like, Bishop said, no, say you're one of the guys who was coming to do the shoot up. And the man said, really, how you know? And it's right then and there, conviction set in, and the man say, oh, boy, Pastor Ray. Yeah. And you see me, what I see, what came out of that is God is so powerful that when a God we say, and we stand up strong for God, not even the gunman can stop this.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah, and
so we as Christians need faith. That's the only thing we can and pray.
We just keep praying, and the hearts will be changed. Right. It's a good time now to shift to the news.
I am Natalie Bender-Holness, and this is the news. The St. Catherine Baptist Association Youth Arm will be having their annual retreat entitled Withholding Nothing. This will be held at the Jamaica Deaf Village in Manchester from January 26 to 28, and the cost is $6,500 per person. It promises to be a blessing. The Kingston and St. Andrew Baptist Association Youth Arm will also be having their Prayer Mondays. This is held every 5th Monday, and this one will be held on January 29th at 6 p.m. at the Barbican Baptist Church. The theme is There Another Vessel? The 168th General Assembly will be held at the Boulevard Baptist Church from February 21 to 25, which it closes at the National Arena. All youth and young adults across this nation are invited to attend our youth sectional meeting that will be held on February 22 at the Bethel Baptist Church, that's in Halfway Tree, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. The title of the youth sectional meeting is Chatbout Praise Jam. Hope to see you there. The Greenville Baptist Youth Department will be having their pre-Valentine dinner. This will be held on Friday, February 9th on the church grounds at 7 p.m. sharp. The tickets are for 700 single and 1,000 couple. It promised to be a blessing as well. I am Natalie Bender-Holness. That's the news for today. We turn you back over to Rochelle and Marcel.
All right, so we're back, and that last testimony that Marcel shared is just amazing, and it got me thinking though. And I threw in another spoke in the wheel, because you mentioned Waterhouse, right? Now, a concern I've had for many years, most of the intervention and the money that is invested in rehabilitation and changing hearts and changing minds and community-based programs and initiatives, they happen in Kingston. That's the reality. A lot of money is invested into these programs for inner city youth. Not saying it's not necessary, but inner city youth does not only stop at Kingston. Inner city youth are outside of Kingston, outside of St. Catherine. And if a lot of the time, energy and resources were invested in some of these communities in Mobe, equal balance, would we still have the same challenge? I'm not saying we would, I'm not saying we wouldn't, but it's just a question I think we probably need to ask ourselves. So the next time we have some of these programs running, and for persons who are a part of non-profit organizations and charitable institutions and community-based organizations, next time you are going to run a program for youth who are in a bad situation, who are from the inner city, who have a struggle that you're trying to reach and get them on the right path in life, probably you should think about Mobe, and don't just leave it at Mobe. Go to other parishes as well, because it's not just an inner city issue we have. It is also a Jamaica issue. And there are rural communities that having the same kind of struggles, but you might not hear about it because it's a small area.
And you know, I was thinking though, like about the state of emergency. Them need state of emergency at Kingston too. Them need state of emergency at Clarendon. Because down there almost the same. You know what I mean? Like, so Clarendon almost as bad as St.
They need the same kind of intervention.
You know what I mean? So, apply that the same.
I guess we can close with this, is that, as I said, Rochelle, not only in Kingston, but in St. James, in some of the communities in Montego Bay, and what they should do is look on the spots that are really increasing in crime. So like the Westmoreland that has been increasing, the Hanover, and look on those areas to stem it right now before it gets too late. So, Youth Sounds listeners, Love 101 listeners, we'll catch up again next week.
Really appreciate it.
Pray until then.
Epidemic, trying to feed on your soul like parasitic, has a crippling effect, paralytic. Christ came for the sick like the paramedic.
I know you perform miracles, bring healing to the soul, shower love to my growth. I don't care what the doctor told me, trashing on the pills you sold me, so the enemy can't hold me.
Youth Songs is brought to you by the Jamaica Baptist Union. It is a program of the Jamaica Baptist Union Youth Department.
Confidence in me God like man is a scuba diver. When me fall in lad come pick me up like him is a Uber driver. Jehovah, you provide my food, so I don't choose saliva. So I don't choose saliva.